Hi there, it's the English Picker here, just enjoying a nice cup of tea. And I thought I'd do a quick video showing some of my charity shop pickups for the last week or so. I haven't really had much chance to go to some charity shops, mainly because I've been working on Amazon orders. I've got a huge backlog of probably about 12 to 15 sort of 1 foot boxes of books and bits and bobs and all sorts which are going to Amazon. So yeah, that's going to be fun. That's probably going to take up most of my week. So I just really haven't had a chance to go to any charity shops, and also because I'm doing decorating and stuff like that, I don't really want to get much in because it's going to get in the way. But I did sneak to some the other day because I couldn't help myself. And yeah, I'll show you what I got from it was like a game shop. I always check out the retro games there, but they have a small selection of CDs that if anybody's trading in, they'll give them like 10p each. Anyway, they were selling for 30p each, and I picked up these, which you can see here for potential bundles. I've got another Meatloaf album, so for 30p each, we've got 2 Meatloaf albums. We've got Welcome to the Neighbourhood and Hang Cool Teddy Bear. Really nice condition, and I've got another one to go with it, and that's a nice little bundle. Not entirely sure what I'll get for them. I mean, like, these on Amazon are like £1.50 or something silly, so probably about £7 with the other ones, or something like that. Nice condition there. And then I picked up some Lost Profits ones. We've got Weapons and The Betrayed there. And then in one of them was also a knockoff Slipknot CD that will get probably binned, and another one, Torment, which is Lost Profits, which yeah it is, yeah. So I'll put those as a bundle, and they'll sell. I think I've got some Lost Profit singles knocking about somewhere. Then this I could do some advice on if anybody knows. I always look out for like Driller Killer horror VHS tapes, especially if they haven't got the licensing. If you get one that hasn't got like before that and it's a horror film, then it's good money. So I do always look out for them. But this one caught my eye because obviously it's a horror one, but then it says on the back sample, and if you open it up, it says inside time coded copy. So I don't know if that adds any value or even detracts from the value. I'm not entirely sure. And to be honest, I haven't even looked it up because for 20p, I wasn't gonna leave it there just for a punt, really, just to see. And then there was like a cancer research shop which was doing a sale, which all clothing and items were less than £1 or pound or less. And I picked up, first thing I picked up was this really nice Japanese type little pot thing. Annoyingly, they've stuck this huge sticker on it and it won't come off. And I don't want to heat it in case it knackers the lacquer. I don't put chemicals on it, so I don't know how I'm going to get that out. But the detailing on this thing is just lovely. You can see it's all carved there. Amazing thing for £1. Nice little thing. It was like a feeding frenzy of people there. And then the next thing I picked up, I actually thought about having this for myself. It's a nice purple tie, and it's made by Paul Smith. Now, I've met Paul Smith. He's a lovely bloke, really nice guy to chat to. His backstory is really interesting, actually. I went to a lecture of his and met him afterwards in the bar, and a really nice guy. I can't speak highly enough about the guy, really. Very inspirational character. So I was going to keep this myself until I looked up the completed listings on eBay, and then they go for about 10-15 quid. So unfortunately, I'm going to sell this one. But yeah, for 50p, nice condition silk tie. Yeah, pretty cool. Every time I've looked up ties before, they didn't seem to be going for much, but maybe because of his name and whatnot. Then I picked up some books. Some of them have already gone off to Amazon, but this was an unusual one. Which I'm going to sell on eBay because this is an ex-library one. I don't really like sending ex-library ones into Amazon. And this is called so Psychic Warfare, Getting to Grips with the Paranormal. It's about all, the sort of premise of behind the film, the men who stare at goats, all the American, psychological, tapping into the supernatural stuff. But yeah, it's got the cover on, and then it's got like Withdrawn and Swindon Borough Council library services and that sort of thing. So and this was 50p. So no idea, but I'm gonna guess probably about £5-6, something like that. I've done well with those sort of unusual things before. And then the last thing, really, I've sort of want to dip my toe into the market of this, really. Give it a go, is some comics. I've got a friend who sells comics online and on eBay, and he does quite well with it, really. It's about quantity. I've tried comics on Amazon, they don't really work. I've had quite a lot of returns because of condition on them. I've sold graphic novels on Amazon, and they've done okay. But really, comics not so much. And also the listings can be a bit weird sometimes, like it's in sets and not in sets. So I'm trying to get into it, trying to learn a bit. So I thought, buy some bits, and these from Oxfam. I did buy some other bits from Oxfam, but I can't find them to show you. So when I find them, I'll show you. But these were, there was a huge. I was in Oxfam scanning and looking at books, which quite often I don't find anything because there's too. Well, I do, but they're too expensive. They looked up all the prices. And this guy came out with this huge stack of comics and put them down, and then people were like that. And so I kind of got in there and grabbed some, and then looked at some, and then I couldn't really scan them because the barcodes don't. So I just bought some going on sort of things, and they've turned out okay. Some of them have. So it's a learning experience. I get to grasps of it, and so the first one is the Atom Legends. I mean, they were cheap enough. Paid a £5, and there is 7 issues in there. So pretty cool. That's it's a ready-made bundle. Just lay them out. Buy it now. I don't know. So we'll see. A bit more research. Then this next one. This one was a pretty good one. This is Shazam, Society of Evil, and this you can see here, set 1 of 4, and all 4 copies are there. So that's pretty cool. And that was a £5. That as a set, again, ready-made bundle. I mean, it saves on any work. I mean, they're in pretty decent condition. There's some wear to the corners. Probably what you describe as a reading copy. So, yeah. Then this one looked more like a graphic novel. It's The Flash Iron Heights. But again, it does say direct sales, so I don't think it is. But it just, nice cover artwork, and it was £1. So. And then this one, I went for this one because it was actually in one of the bagged and boarded things. So I thought maybe the person who donated it held it in much more, value. Because a lot of them were just loose. They were sort of late 80s, early 90s Image comics, which I know don't have a huge amount of value. And this is a Batman one. Again, I haven't looked it up. 716, not 617. So yeah, for £1. If all else fails, I'll sell it for £2 in my antiques booth. Stack of comics, I've sold them before. And then this one, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 issues of DC Justice. I can't say that. And that was £3.50. And then for £2.50, we've got 5 issues of Stephen King The Stand, which. Yeah, 5, and you can see there 1 of 5. So I'm assuming there's all of them in there. Again, ready-made bundle. Put on eBay, see what happens. And then the last one is Infinite Crisis, which I've never even heard of. But it's got Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman on there, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for £3. So again. Nice bundle, see what happens. So I'll keep you updated on how that goes, because it could be something. I'm guessing it's going to be a bit like coins, that it's condition, rarity, that sort of thing. But I do see comics fairly often at the car boot, so I'm trying to gain a bit of knowledge just by doing an experiment. Pay 20, 30 quid for some comics and see how they go. That's the way you learn. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I'm sure there's my money back there at least. So there you go. So thanks for watching. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.